Thank you for joining us for an overview of the 2018 Accountability Rating System. This presentation provides a simple overview of the new rating labels and major components within the accountability system. On average, this presentation typically lasts no more than 10 minutes and is appropriate for audiences who need a basic overview of the 2018 accountability system. The passage of House Bill 22 made significant changes to the academic accountability system. Under House Bill 22, the Commissioner of Education is required to evaluate district and campus performance and assign ratings of A, B, C, D, or F. The descriptors for the A through F labels are as follows. A is equal to exemplary performance. B is equal to recognized performance. C is equal to acceptable performance. D is equal to in need of improvement. F is equal to unacceptable performance. Based primarily on performance from the 2017-18 school year, districts will receive the following ratings in 2018. A, B, C, or D. That's assigned for overall performance and for performance in each domain to districts that meet the performance target for the letter grade. F. It's assigned for overall performance and for performance in each domain to districts, including AEAs, that do not meet the performance target to earn at least a D. Not rated, assigned to districts that, under certain specific circumstances, do not receive a rating. For 2018, unlike districts, campuses will not receive an A through F rating. Instead, campuses will receive one of the following ratings. Met Standard, assigned for overall performance and for performance in each domain to campuses that meet the performance targets. Improvement Required, assigned for overall performance and for performance in each domain to campuses, including AEAs, that do not meet the performance targets. Met Alternative Standard, assigned for overall performance and for performance in each domain to alternative education campuses evaluated under Alternative Education Accountability (AEA) provisions that meet the performance targets. Not rated, assigned to campuses that, under certain specific circumstances, do not receive a rating. Beginning in 2019, both districts and campuses will receive A through F ratings. The accountability system consists of 3 domains: student achievement, school progress, and closing the gaps. To calculate the overall district or campus rating, the better of either the student achievement or school progress domain is used and accounts for 70% of the overall rating. The closing the gaps domain accounts for the remaining 30%. Let's take a look at the first domain, student achievement. The student achievement domain has up to 3 components, depending on your campus type. For elementary and middle schools, STAR is the only available component and is weighted at 100%. For high schools, K-12s, and districts, there are typically 3 components available: STAR, College, Career, and Military Readiness, CCMR, and the graduation rate. If all 3 components are available, they are weighted at 40%, 40%, and 20%. If CCMR and the graduation rate data is unavailable, the STAR component is weighted at 100%. Let's take a look at the school progress domain. The school progress domain has 2 parts: Part A, academic growth, and Part B, relative performance. The school progress domain has 2 parts: Part A, academic growth, and Part B, relative performance. In Part A, academic growth, TEA evaluates student growth in ELA reading and mathematics from year to year to see if a student grew academically or maintained proficiency. In Example 1, following the green line, a student performed at the Approaches grade level standard on his or her grade 3 STAR last year and at the Meets grade level standard on the grade 4 STAR this year. This example earns 1 point, as the student received an accelerated STAR progress measure. In Example 2, following the blue line, a student performed at the Approaches grade level standard on his or her grade 3 STAR last year, and at the Approaches grade level standard on the grade 4 STAR this year. This example also earns 1 point, as the student received an expected STAR progress measure. In example 3, following the orange line, a student performed at the Approaches grade level standard on his or her grade 3 STAR last year, and at the Approaches grade level standard on the grade 4 STAR this year. While the student was eligible for a STAR progress measure, there is no growth in the subject area. This example earns 1/2 of a point, as the student maintained proficiency from year to year. In the last example, following the red line, a student performed at the Approaches grade level standard on his or her grade 3 STAR last year, and at the did not meet grade level standard on the grade 4 STAR this year. While the student was eligible for a STAR progress measure, there is no growth in the subject area, and the student did not maintain proficiency. This example earns no points. Part B of the school progress domain is relative performance. Relative performance compares a district's or campus's performance in the student achievement domain, the y-axis, against districts or campuses with a similar percentage of economically disadvantaged students, the x-axis. On average, a campus with fewer economically disadvantaged students has higher levels of student achievement, and a campus with more economically disadvantaged students tends to have lower levels of student achievement. Using 2017 modeling data, an average line was determined, and A through F cut points were established. These cut points will remain stable for 5 years. To calculate the relative performance score, the district's or campus's percentage of economically disadvantaged students and the student achievement components are mapped. Where the district or campus falls in relation to the cut points determines their final relative performance outcome. For the school progress domain, both Part A and Part B are evaluated, and the higher scaled score of Part A or Part B is used as the overall score for the school progress domain. The third domain is the Closing the Gaps domain. The Closing the Gaps domain is intended to identify differentials in performance among student groups. This domain disaggregates the performance of 14 student groups. These groups include students from different racial, ethnic groups, students who receive special education services, students who are continuously enrolled in mobile, students who are English learners, and students who are economically disadvantaged. The Closing the Gaps domain is aligned with federal requirements of the Every Student Succeeds Act. The Closing the Gaps domain score is calculated based on how many student groups met set achievement targets. To calculate the overall district or campus rating, the better of either the student achievement or school progress domain is used and accounts for 70% of the overall rating. The Closing the Gaps domain accounts for the remaining 30%. For 2018, districts will receive A through F ratings, while campuses will receive either Met Standard or Improvement Required. Ratings for every public district and campus in Texas will be released publicly on August 15, 2018. Thank you so much for viewing this presentation. If you have additional questions or are in need of additional resources regarding accountability, please visit the following websites. Want to be updated on the latest news regarding accountability and the A through F rating system? If so, please sign up for the Performance Reporting Weekly Bulletin, where we highlight important developments and answer frequently asked questions. You can sign up to receive our weekly newsletter by clicking on the Sign Up for Updates link located at the top of the TEA homepage. Finally, if you have any questions regarding state, federal, or local accountability systems, please visit our websites. If you have any other questions, please email or call us. This concludes our presentation. Thank you for watching.